Hey everyone, welcome back with another session of history. So we'll continue the same chapter, that is when, where and how. Now, last day we have already discussed the different sources of history and how sources have been divided into two types, that is archaeological sources and literary sources. So last day we have discussed about the different archaeological sources, that is monuments and building ruins. So today we'll start the proceedings with inscriptions. Okay, now what are these inscriptions? Now inscriptions were written on rocks, pillars, walls of important buildings and even metal sheets. Now as I said, earlier people used to engrave different drawings and different things on the walls and all, so that's what is called inscriptions. Now these were written, so as that time paper was not invented, so inscriptions basically were written on different rocks, the pillars of the temples, stupas and buildings, alright, different walls of the important buildings that they had that time, and even metal sheets. With the different tools that they had, they used to engrave and write on the metal sheets. Okay, as you can see the picture here. Now inscriptions, these were writings that held some religious or administrative significance. Alright, so it had got some religious significance, what kind of god they used to worship, which religion they prefer, how the people used to carry out different religious programs and all these things. Along with that, administrative significance also. What's the meaning of this administrative significance? That means like different organization, how the power was shared, different duties, like the soldiers, the armies, okay, how these things were done, all these things, how the things were carried out among them, how the power was shared, all these things were inscripted. Now sometimes what happened, guys, a king would also mention his personal achievements in these inscriptions. Now which kings they have defeated, what are their personal achievements in their life, okay, what they have done, so all these things, so that people will come to know about them even after their death. Alright, they would become famous. Alright, all these things they used to engrave in these different pillars and walls in the form of inscriptions. Now children, to study all this inscription, it's not so easy. So people like us, suddenly if we go and we cannot study all these things, so we need to be well versed in all these things. So the study of inscriptions is called epigraphy. The study of inscriptions is called epigraphy. Now epigraphy is an important source of Indian history. Why? As inscriptions, this cannot be altered or manipulated. These are the living examples that I call it. So they cannot be changed, or any kind of manipulation cannot be done on them. Now the archaeologists, chroniclers and all researchers, they got all these things, inscriptions and all. So it cannot be altered, it cannot be changed. Alright, now many inscriptions are still intact, guys, and therefore these are a reliable source of history, if you can say. These are much more reliable source of history. Now next, guys, we have, that is during the rule of Ashoka. Now Ashoka was a great ruler. Okay, so during the rule of Ashoka, many inscriptions were issued, and Ashokan inscriptions have helped to reconstruct the history of the Mauryan period. Now from those inscriptions of Ashoka, so we come to know a lot about the Mauryan period, how the things were, how the things used to run during the Mauryan period, every single thing. Okay, now the unique feature of Ashokan inscription was that they were issued in different languages. It's not that their own language, inscriptions were done also in different languages. Which were the languages? Such as Brahmi, Kharosti, Aramaic, all these things. And why these things were done? So that the king's edict would be easily accessible to a larger audience, so that it could reach to far off places, to different people, and everyone would come to know about the Ashokan reign and about his personal achievements, and also about the Mauryan period. the great like the first that we call it dynasty, that we call it, that is the Mauryan dynasty. So people will come to know about them. Okay, so that's the thing. Now next we have, that is coins. Now coins also played a very vital role. Now coins are a very important source to study history. Same way, the study of coins is known as numismatics. So it's not so easy. This is very important. Now these coins provide information on the socio-economic and political life of a period, about the society, how the things were carried out, like the mode of currency you can call it. Okay, political aspects, like in those coins different things used to be engraved about the kings and all. Okay, different things used to be engraved, so this also highlighted the political aspects also. Now coins, like coins found in India, were minted in gold, silver and copper, and they also tell us about the trade and commerce that took place during a period. Now you see guys, during that time they did not have any like rupee as we have right now. Okay, all coins, so they are these only coins, and it used to be the mode of currency that we call it. Okay, so with the help of these coins they used to buy different things, they used to bring different things. All right, so that's why they use this in their business, in their trades and everything. And with the help of all this we can understand, we can get a clear view of the different trade and commerce that took place during particular periods. Okay, now like inscriptions also, these coins were sometimes issued to celebrate an important event. Now during an important event these coins used to be used to celebrate among the people. Now for example, if you see guys, the Gupta ruler Samudragupta, okay, he was a great ruler of the Gupta dynasty, and he was represented in many coins. As you can see the picture of the coins that I have provided, all these are like from the Samudragupta's time. So what he did, the coin shows Samudragupta slaying a tiger, playing the veena, or as a skillful warrior. Now children, the question arises, like why he used to do all this? Just to promote himself. Now the coins issued during Samudragupta's period represented him not only as an able and a just ruler, but also as an extremely talented individual. Just to promote himself, just to advertise to the people that yes, he was the one. He was not only like great ruler, he was well versed in all this, playing veena, hunting animals. He was a skillful warrior. So basically he was an extremely talented individual, we can call it. Okay, so to let people know about him, he used to do all these things. Okay, now the next one that we have, that is the artifacts, that we call it the historical artifacts. Now what are these artifacts? As I said earlier, artifacts are basically objects made by human beings that were used in the past time in their daily life, such as like tools and pots. Now these artifacts also have got some like significant features. Now they have some sort of historical or cultural significance attached to them. Quite naturally, isn't it? We can understand the way the people used to deal in their daily life, what were the things that they used and how they carried out. So all these things we come to know about their culture, about their customs, everything. Now these artifacts, these include like stone tools, weapons, bones, jewelry, pots, toys, vessels, clothes and many other things. Okay, and these artifacts, they show the sign of human existence and modification with time. Now as we have studied in the prehistory, proto-history and different periods, now we can understand from these artifacts how about the existence of human beings and how with the passage of time they have developed themselves, they have modified themselves in different ways, and how they came up with different ideas and different things in different periods. Okay, all these things. So this way all these monuments and building ruins, inscriptions, coins and all these artifacts like these are the different archaeological sources through which like we come to know about our past history. Okay, so that's all we have in this session, and in the next session we will discuss about the literary sources. So until the next time, bye bye.